Right. Hello, if there's anyone there. Um, just start. I figured, as everyone else was doing something, I may as well do something for people in lockdown and stuff. Now, I'll be going through a bunch of posters this evening. Not all of them. Look, I've divided it into three different batches, so there'll be a ton of posters over the next. If this is a success, there'll be more posters over the next couple of weeks. So it's not a reflection, but it's just some interesting ones. So actually, the ones in shot are actually quite interesting in that they're from some of the climate protests. So I'm lucky enough I work near Merrion Square, so I'd run up and I ask people to, when they're finished with them, they're homemade, to give me a lend of, or if they're finished with them, to give me them. I've more examples as well, which I'll show it the next time. But it's just interesting that they're not mass produced; that they're just homemade, and that's the way a lot of protest things are going. So with that one, those done. Oh, and I'm on my own. I've no helper, so it's just myself and the phone. So here we go. So just there, that is Caring for Ireland's Future is how it translates. It's from 1981. So it's an election they actually lost, but it's just a lovely, striking image of Charlie in his prime. But it's nice also to have it in Irish. From Charlie to Angola. This is a poster from the MPLA, in Mozambique. So it's a lovely poster. I have a couple of Mozambique, or not Mozambique, I mean Angolan posters, and it's just particularly nice. And then we get to a very, very nice poster. This is from the early 50s. It's Fianna Fáil, but it was printed on newsprint. So originally probably would have been pasted to walls, or indeed cardboard or wood, to be displayed. But it's as delicate as anything, hence it's framed as it is. And then I'll just turn around here for another nice one. Workers of the world unite. Free all political prisoners now. Marx and Connolly. It's a lovely, lovely poster. That's from the prisoners. Basically, it was an organisation over in the UK allied to official Sinn Féin. I think it's from around 1975, but it's an absolutely beautiful poster. Now there we have a Labour poster here. This is from the 2004 local elections. It's show them the red card. In other words, show the government the red card. And we'll go on then. We'll just move these. And I'm sure you've seen, you saw all the public meetings and everything before elections. Well, this is a different kind of public meeting. Sorry, it's a bit shiny there. It's a Communist Party of Marxist Ireland, Marxist-Leninist. I see Buswell's actually shut their doors with the corona thing yesterday, but the idea of the 61st anniversary of the death of Lenin, and to take up the path of Lenin and the Bolshevik party. So from there, this is a thing that would have been businesses from the marriage equality referendum. Oh no, sorry, this isn't the business one. Sorry, this is just getting organised to vote in the marriage equality referendum. Posters would have been around the place. It's a window poster, and it's just the same on the other side. This is totally local. There's plans for a big thing up by the Hellfire Club, and Edmondstown Road. The road to that was closed last year because of somebody had dug under the road, literally. So it wasn't open for the bones of a year. So it was great to get finished. It got finished, but that was it's protesting about the visitor centre up there that's being proposed. This is just a lovely plain poster from the Stand for Truth protest when the Pope was here last year. Now we go here to a nice Portuguese poster. It's lovely design, the logo, the Poder Popular, the P's backwards and together, and these were these were the MFA. Basically, they were actually Portugal's history is quite fascinating, but the MFA were the group that led the Coronation Revolution in Portugal in 1974. So it's and deposed the junta and the thing. So it's just Poder Popular, so people power, and revolution together. It's just a lovely design. Not quite as exotic. Just a 2016 poster for Colin Brophy. Actually, fair play to him. He used the same ones this time. And the old Churchgate. I don't know if these still go on, Churchgate collections for parties, but it's a Fine Gael Churchgate collection poster. So these would be outside the things. Another one from Angola, and it commemorates the 4th anniversary of the Popular Republic of No, I don't. Actually, I do, but not in this patch, Jason. I do have a Poopman poster. So now this is. Whoops, sorry. This we get operating one-handed. So a fella called Matt Merrigan. This is from 1979, Noel Brown's Socialist Labour Party. It's the simple color scheme and everything's really nice. It's very it's just very and even then, actually in the late 70s, it would have been really relatively unusual to have a candidate's picture on a poster. Generally at that stage it was still only the party leaders would be pictured on posters. It's just a lovely poster for the 90th anniversary of the Communist Party of Ireland. And white blue, I don't know. It could be ink, could be anything. All their posters were blue. Brown was blue as well. There's a brown one coming up later, and other of their posters. So when you're thinking of collecting stuff, you think of what's important, what's happened. So the water charges were absolutely massive. So here's just a anti-water charges poster from the Anti-Austerity Alliance. An international day of action to end the occupation of Iraq and Palestine. US military out of Shannon. It's from around 2005. And it's from the Irish Anti-War, the Peace and Neutrality Alliance, and a couple of other people. The classic Free State Legal from the Abortion Rights Campaign. This, I think, international. I think this is from when Trump started deporting everybody, and it was deporting and closing the borders and stuff in Mexico. I think I got it at the US Embassy, the protest outside there. It's a particularly nice poster. It's a lovely piece of art. It's a for Rossport for the Shell to Sea campaign, and it's a benefit gig for the Rossport Solidarity Camp. It's just a nice piece of art as well as it being political. Another music-related fundraiser, retro music night for Palestine. So it's just a thing. But again, these posters are nice. They're the type of thing you can put up on your wall without being political. Now here's one from. It's an original poster from the 1983 abortion referendum, and issued by the Anti-Amendment Campaign. So this amendment could kill women. Vote no, and we all know how that ended up. It's fairly iconic, and it's a great thing to have. I've some more ones down the end of this pile here. This isn't political. It's just from. Luckily, I've stuff from polling stations as well, and just the taking of a photo or selfie, etc., is not allowed. It's always, people always laugh when I exhibit it. Again, the wars. Nice poster from Sinn Féin against the Iraq War. Lovely image of the bomb hitting in the middle, or the rocket, or whatever it is. It's just a green poster looking for various different things in schools in Carlow and Kilkenny from when they were in government, I think, from Mary White. So it doesn't really tell you much, but it's I would say it's constant themes of things not being fully there that are needed. Again, property tax was a big thing, and here we have opposed the property tax protest from Sinn Féin. I'd say that's around 2011 or 2012. Another Sinn Féin, Senator Pearse Doherty, having a public meeting somewhere. But and somebody called Councillor Corey Heavey, but he's a nice looking young fella there. Slightly to the other side of the border from Donegal, and get this lovely Ulster Says No poster from, presume, the mid-80s. This is from Brazil. Tucum Lula. Your man Lula, the Brazilian lad who got out of prison there a while back, the opposition leader. It's more an old Catherine Murphy poster. I think this is the 2007 or 2008, one of the by-elections when she was running, or 2007 general election. And it's just interesting that she was using the purple back then on her independent stuff prior to the Social Democrats. So 1960, or Jesus, what I'm saying, 1989, support the hunger striker demands, don't let them die. Just the H blocked with the barbed wire for the H block there. Again, that was just a massive thing. This is a beautiful poster. It's from 1969. Let's Build the New Republic, from Labour. Just really simple, and would have been quite bright and everything at the time. The use of colour, the use of thing, because printing wouldn't have been that good. It's just a lovely, lovely poster. Again, Lula, it's Brazil as well, so Lula Livre. Now, again, DUP, smash Sinn Féin from the 80s. No Dublin rule, says Dr. Paisley. Ulster Says No, 1985, 1986. So there must have been a protest on November the 15th, 1986. And there he is again, pledging to keep Stormont open. I'm not sure what year, but 80s anyway. Now this is a Basque poster. Just looking for freedom for political prisoners, and all the various the people there photographed are political prisoners. So this is early it's early 70s. The United Ulster Unionist Council. This would have been around Sunningdale, the Ulster Workers' Council strike and that. So it's it was all signed to Save Our Ulster petition. It's a lovely image. It's a Vietnam march. The Irish support the NLF. It's a march to the US Embassy. So it's just a really nice image. This from the north as well. Keep Sunday special, say no to Sunday pubs. Would have been a big deal. I remember being up there in the 80s, and you couldn't. I think the pubs opened 80s and 90s. I think the pubs didn't open till 7 or 9 or something like that on a Sunday. If even at all. But it's just say no to Sunday pubs is a bit of a thing. This one's it's an anti-Nazi conference in Merseyside. And there's workshops and various different things. Actually, the sad thing is, all these some of the things are still needed. Again, early 70s. Hit Éire and lynch where they will feel it most. Refuse Éire money, boycott all our goods. To trade with Ulster's enemies is treachery, no surrender. So that's just interesting to see the various loyalist campaigns against the Republic. And on we go again, and keep our hospital open from Angus O'Snuddy. And this would be, again, it's a massive issue around the country, and there's been various different candidates elected on keeping their hospital and so on open. So it's just one example of that. So when you thought the students walking out over the climate crisis and stuff was the first crowd to do it. This is actually they weren't. There was a School Students Against War group that were around, and they walked out of various schools in protests. There was various different events organised during the Iraq War. This is an SDLP poster from, I think, 1989. It's just as John Hume, Seamus Mallon, Eddie McGrady, and Heron, Dr. Heron. So it's just a nice plain posters and Your Voice for Peace. And again, just shows you how times have changed. And also you get to see the stupid voting system, the X. It's a lovely poster. It's a Stop Bush demonstration. Just beautiful drawing of Bush. There was also concerts and stuff as part of all that thing. There's Michael D. Now this is from 1977 when Noel Brown was running for as an independent Labour candidate in Dublin Artane. But again, a piece of history, because he's the mother and child scheme and so on. He's somebody who's quite important in Irish politics. Oh my goodness! Sorry. Oops. The classic fight back, vote the Workers' Party, from the Workers' Party. It's sorry. So it's one of their things. Again, it's funny the way they went green from red for that one. Bobby Malloy poster from 1989, from the 1989 European elections when he was running in Connacht Ulster. That's a nice poster. Boycott Israeli goods, day of action. That's from 2 or 3 years ago. It's just a nice poster as well. Drive out the racist fascists, stop the racist dog whistles. This was at the recent one of the counter protests against the far right in Dublin. This is from joining a poster from the referendum to join the European Union in 1972 or 1973. So it's Fine Gael asking you to vote yes. And then you've Fianna Fáil and Jack Lynch asking you to vote yes. It's really nice simple posters and just yes. Resist Trump's dangerous ideas. I think this was a protest outside the central bank that I went to, but just I think self-explanatory in that we know how it turned. Well, God knows what he's at now. It's a nice poster. Dermot Guy, he was running with Pat Doherty and Caoimhín Quailán in the European elections, I think in 1989 as well. Oh, Michael D again. There's your poster for a public meeting on the marriage equality referendum with Keith Mills and Kate Bopp. It's not the two of them in the picture. So there's a nice Extinction Rebellion poster, just getting up to date again. And another one from Extinction Rebellion. It's very, very nice. 1973, Dublin South County, Brewhill, Murphy and Murray running for Fianna Fáil. It's just a lovely, plain, simple, but classic of its time. 1998 poster from the calendar from the Workers' Party, 200 years with Wolfe Tone there. I think it's very nice thing to have. And again from the school strikes recently, I support the school strikes. Might look like nothing, but this is actually quite a historic thing. I think this is the first poster for the first branch of Fine Gael in the north that was launched, the Queen's branch. So it's quite a bit of history. I think it's from last year or whatever. I don't know how they're getting on or whatever, but it's just it's of interest. Another Palestinian children under Israeli occupation. Another poster from that. So another one here. A public meeting for the case for divorce from the Socialist Labour Party. Would have been around 1980, I would say. So you've in the Hotel Victor on in Rochestown Avenue in Dunleary. You've Noel Brown, Mary Bates, Paula Scully and Dermot Boucher, SLP. Boucher I think went on to join the Workers' Party and stuff later. I have one of his posters, which you'll see another day. But actually the social issues are just so important, especially young people having a clue about all these. Just from the Lisbon Treaty, People Who Profit poster looking for a no vote. Free Palestine, from the Irish Palestine, the Ireland Palestine Solidarity Campaign. Is from the Single European Act referendum. And do you believe prominent politicians' promises? Vote no. So you know that kind of anti-politics that's around. It's been there a good while. It's not something new. It's been there. It's been there a while. Brits out. Get your Brits out. It's an RSP poster from the 80s, I think. It's just unusual, seeing the British soldier, lying over the body. This is homelessness and stuff is a crisis in Lisbon as well. So it's from Lisbon. It's a poster to do with the housing protest. But again, nice poster. This is from Ogre Sinn Féin. Really, really nice poster. Taking in the civil rights thing, but it's a recruitment one used in college about 10 years ago. It's just very, very nice. It's kind of striking images, striking pictures and everything. Now, whoops. So this is from 1983, the 1983 referendum. There was a series of posters, I think, designed by Robert Balla, and this is one of them. I'll show you the other three now. Rape, pregnant, no choice. It's a step in the wrong direction. Vote no. Really nice. Men can't get pregnant. Let women decide. And the kind of the classic Catholic state or Irish nation. So that's another nice one. This from the Workers' Party. For democracy and tolerance, vote no. The amendment. So again, that's a really nice one. And there he is again, Michael D. That's from the presidential election. From the Young Communist League. Joined the Young Communist League. I've actually a load of these posters, and not that one in particular, but there's a set of them that are very nice that I'll show another time. Whenever I do the next one, of these, if anyone wants one. So this is kind of NAMA, welfare for the rich, cuts for everyone else, fight back. It's from the Communist Party. It's just a nice poster. I'll just finish this that I got from my friends in Portugal. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So that was a small bit of the poster collection. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll do another one. I think we'll be all locked up for another. Actually, we'll be all locked up for another few weeks. And I'll do another one with more. I have another couple of batches of posters, and then I might do badges, and if it goes on, I might do stickers and leaflets and everything. But I hope it was a benefit and you enjoyed it. Thanks very much. Good night.